What's up, you fools? Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, continuing our journey throughout the 2019 season. This is the first semi-final, first half rehearsal day. We've already had a bunch of rehearsals, well, two. Finland rehearsed, and Finland, Darude and Sebastian look away. We didn't look away in the end. I had to do that pun because, you know, I love my really schmaltzy puns.
Yeah.
Because it was visually not that bad, huh? What do you think?
I think today, probably one of the most improved performances from ones we've seen in the national final so far. It was a similar idea, obviously. Darude is there performing the song. Sebastian is the guy who has to really carry the energy of the song with the crowd, with the audience, but obviously there's the dancer in the green dress there as well. Backdrop of, you know, the melting ice caps, the Antarctica, the polar ice caps, climate change basically is the idea behind this song, you know, how we shouldn't look away from what's going on. So it carries a really strong message, it's a powerful song, and I think today they really did improve their chances. They got rid of the cube that was present in UMK, which I think was a little bit cumbersome, I guess, for what they wanted to do. So they've streamlined the whole thing. The only thing I would say is that Sebastian probably needs to do a little bit more in terms of connection with the camera rather than the audience. And I get that it's one of those songs where audience participation is, you know, it really helps the song feed off of its energy. But I think he's got to remember this is a TV show at the end of the day as well, and he has to, you know, even though the song is called Look Away, he still has to look at the camera and, you know, make sure that he engages the viewer. So yeah, but overall strong performance. Darude seems to be really enjoying the Eurovision experience. Same with Sebastian, and I think they've put in a really good performance today.
Yes, I think so too for the most part. It was very interesting. It's one of those performances we saw today where it gradually improved every single run through, because in the first one we had like mixing issues because Sebastian wasn't vocally at his best the first run through, and you couldn't really hear the backup vocalist to support him.
No.
And at that point, he was also almost ignoring the camera for the most part, right?
But you could hear them trying that afterwards, like trying to get the right blend between the backing vocalist and Sebastian himself.
And that's what the rehearsals are there for. So we're being very cautious with our. It's not even criticism; it's our observations, and that's important because that's how you learn, right?
Yeah.
But I do agree they really fixed. They took the pieces from the national final, the essence, and kept that in place, and just improved what maybe didn't work. Fine-tuned it, exactly, because the dancer was standing on this big box in the national final, which was like she was hovering over everything else, which seemed kind of silly. Now she was standing on this ice block, basically, right, just like a few inches up, and it looked way nicer. And the effect when she then dances now suddenly turns into the backdrop, right, and then she's gone, and then she drowns or swims in the water in the backdrop and then reappears on stage. It's a cool little effect. Yeah. And I think when you look at the backdrop in general, I think that was very effective with the ice caps and the water. And at the very end when the sun rises, you know, over the water and the ice caps, it was just beautiful. Like, it definitely creates an atmosphere. The sound here was not picked up well, the beat that the song has, so the energy was a little missing.
Yeah, but I think we'll get a feel for that in the arena when we get to go in later this week. I think we'll get a sense of what the audience will experience. And
but even on TV, because most people watch on TV that vote, I think when you have a proper TV, it sounds better as well than what we heard here right now. So improvements, what should they improve upon? I
think towards the end of the song, Sebastian does let his vocals a little loose, goes a bit shouty, I would say, at times. So I think he just needs to be careful with that. I know he's a seasoned performer and he's in the moment, and he, it's an exciting time. People get excited. I can understand that, but I would say in that point, don't become too screechy, shouty. Yeah, just make sure that
at the very end, he was always doing it a little. Yes.
Make sure that you do the job that's at hand with it. But
other
than that, I'd say good performance. There's a lot of energy, much improved from UMK.
I think that he, as I point out, he improved every round with like looking into the camera, and he had it basically down at the end. The only thing I would like to see more is a little bit not just looking, but also having a little bit more of a facial expression, because he seemed less, almost not cold, but almost not there. It's like a stare that he had that was not like really translating well. So a little bit warmth. It doesn't have to be like ha ha ha, you know, but it needs to be a little bit more something there that you feel. That's my only suggestion I have. But they have the second round there, and that's exactly what you do. They go backstage in the room and watch the performances, and then they point out they have still a lot of say in what can change, what camera angles, what works, what doesn't. and I think they're going to take that to heart. I think they did a formidable job. I think we both agree. But did you watch the clip on Eurovision.tv's YouTube channel? They put like a 20 or 30-second clip on there. What was your impression, just based on your observation? We would love to hear from you. Leave your thoughts below in the comment section. But we gotta move on. So I'll talk to you soon.